Hello, everyone. I'm Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA. Today's game, we have two wide receivers who are true deep threats in this league. It's Marcus Colston going up against Vincent Jackson. Now we'll head down to Phil Simms for this Week 5 matchup.
The Buccaneers are back deep, waiting for the kick return. The leader of the NFC South set now to kick it away and get this game started. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. At quarterback at 6'6", Mike Glennon, who has a big arm. First down on the way. Lines up here. Going to secure the handoff. He's tackled right at the 24. And now we'll look at the Buccaneers offense. They will be expecting far greater efficiency today. A week ago, they turned it over on 3 occasions. The Buccaneers doing their part to spread breast cancer awareness this month in the NFL. Plenty of pink on their uniforms today and throughout the stadium. The Buccaneers have it at the 24. Burns in on the tackle. And that's the run I think this offense would take all game long, Phil.
Oh, would they ever? They would. This is your dominance here. The offensive line doing a good job. Also, a solid job by the running back picking up some good yards.
One. He's got it. And a burst.
Nobody cares. Just get the job done. Throw it deep down the field. Throw it short to the running back, and look at those extra yards after the short pass.
It's a two-tight end formation. The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 45. They bring him down in the middle of the field. The 50. And now here's the Saints defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. Second down coming up. Martin lines up in the backfield. Takes it again and pick up 4.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can just run the football straight and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Third and pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Well, the offense third pass is incomplete. 4th down, and he's over there saying, I knew it. We should have run it.
Here comes the former Super Bowl MVP for the New Orleans Saints, quarterback Drew Brees.
Drew Brees can move around the pocket about as much as any quarterback in the NFL and keep his eyes down the field and make throws. He is outstanding at doing that.
Here's a look at the Saints offense, starting with the offensive line that knows how to look after its quarterback. They have not only protected him, they have freed him to lead this team down the field with a dangerous passing attack. Meacham's in the slot. Second down and 10. Here's Colston Colston's tackled down after a gain of 7.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback time, he turns into a great quarterback.
3rd and 3. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
This is what separates offensive lines in the NFL in obvious passing situations like this one on 3rd down. Can you hold up and protect your quarterback to give him time to make those throws? Well, the answer to this one right now is no.
We'll see here. Taken down at the 39. They face 1st down. The Buccaneers have it at the 39. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
Always good to have these types of runs. It's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
With drop back. Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Evans is not able to come up with the catch. And a lot of times you see a receiver drop a pass, they take their eyes off it. That's one thing. Or they're just trying to get it in their hands too quick. Why? Because they're trying to make some yards after the catch. That was the problem that time.
3rd and 6. Makes the reception. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the 1st down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the and are staring at.
A mid-5. Offense lines up here. Down and with Mark Ingram. Go. Stop. And now here's the Buccaneers stacks. This defense is one of the best in the league at getting into the face of the quarterback. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Has his man. Will mark him at the 22.
Good job by the quarterback completing that pass against the zone defense. Look for the open space when you throw against zones. That's what he did, and he got the nice completion.
The Saints from the 22. And he's taken down.
That's what all defensive coordinators love to see when they don't have to blitz and one of their defensive linemen gets a sack without any blitzing.
Breeze in shotgun. They bring him down one more time.
There is nothing worse for a quarterback than have the pocket collapse. And that time they collapsed on his left side. There's nothing he can do, and he goes down for the sack.
Meacham's a receiver in the slot. It's 3rd down coming up. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked 3rd time. And the 2nd quarter is underway with this snap. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Defensive coordinator in this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
This punt will be returned. Gains 16. The Buccaneers get ready for their drive. down at the 44.
The slant route made famous real when Bill started with the 49ers in 1979.
It's Glennon out of the pistol. First down at the 44. Trying to work that. They bring him to the turf.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
Second down to that pass play. Double tight end formation. Give it to him. Counter. And he's going to be tackled right around.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run.
On the way down. Mike Glennon takes a look down from under center. Martin. Tackles made, and the down is picked up.
Good job of knowing the situation on the offensive side. Don't look for a big run. Just get enough to get those chains moving.
Buccaneers will take the snap from the 30. And that's a gain of 9.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
That's second down coming up. Takes it from the strong eye, and he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
When you have a defense that's not playing good techniques, they're selling out, overplaying plays while you run the counter runs to counter what they're doing on the defense.
First down at the 16. Keeps it here, and looking underneath, this will go incomplete. Up. Saints defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Takes it from the gun. Finds Evans. Evans brought down, but not until he gives his team a new set of downs.
Now this quarterback's pretty smart, I'll tell you that. You know, he knows, he sees the blitzes. That time he changed to pass protection, and he gets the extra time. That's a great job by the QB.
Ready to make the on the goal line, loading up that defensive front. First and goal from the 3. Here's the handoff to Doug Martin, and he's in.
I would bet first and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it, and they get it done. That is power football at its best.
The Buccaneers getting set for the extra point. Extra point is good. The Saints getting set to return the Robinson's got a chance to return this one. And the tackles made right around the yard line. They come to the line, and it's first down. Rams, the receiver, sent out wide to the left. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Breeze from the shotgun, pulls it in. By the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the offense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
The Saints have been involved in some tight games these past. Won one last week, but now they trail in another close one, Phil.
Jim, in these close games, which we seem to see almost every single week, it usually comes down to which team doesn't turn the football over.
Halftime is but first we read a 2-minute warning. Meacham's lined up in the slot. 3rd and 11. Breeze with the handoff. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for this offense. Thomas Morstead will punt this one away. Fields it and starts his return. He's brought down. First down, offense readying for the snap. Martin is in the backfield. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Came very close to a pick.
Well, the defense has to be pressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
2nd and 10. Martin's handed the football. The tackle was made. This is 3rd down. It's an empty backfield for Glennon this time. He'll take the snap from the gun. Makes the catch. And he's going to be tackled. And that's going to bring us to 4th down. The signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. They're in punting formation. Cooks got it at the 19. And the tackle is made at the 35. First down. Meacham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun. Ball was out. The offense was able to recover the ball. The Saints will take a second here to talk things over as they call a timeout on 2nd down. From the gun, Drew Brees ready for the snap. The Saints will take the snap from the 20. Taken down, sacked. Buccaneers use another timeout here. They have 1 left. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. For the quarterback. Middle. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. Luck here. He's brought to a halt. It's first down as they head to the line. Throw to the left. That's an interception. Taking off. For the score.
You gotta love that from your defense. They take a chance, they get the interception. Not only do they do that, they return it a long way for the touchdown.
The point after try is in the books. Ron Perone
lining up for the kickoff.
And he's met head-on right there at the 20. First down here. The Buccaneers will go with the pistol on this play. The give, and a run right up the middle. He's taken down at the 30.
Nothing fancy about that, but it's a good run, gets a first down. Now the offense has 3 more chances.
Martin's lined up as the single. Now 1st and 10. Throws to the right. Reaches out and snatches it. That's a gain of 10. First down here. That'll do it for the second quarter here in the Crescent City. And we'll take a break for halftime before returning for the third quarter.
All right, welcome to the Variety halftime. Let's take a look back at both the Saints and the Buccaneers are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Here early in the first, the catch is made after a quick pass, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 12. Bucks take it early in the second. Completion is made in the middle of the field, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 22. Later on the drive, Martin's going to look for space, and he'd go in for the 3-yard touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Buccaneers have it. Lennon's under fire and will throw the pick. Saints would then turn it around for the touchdown. We're brand new at 7. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for the start of the second half.
Robinson's going to start his return. And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. The Saints are set now for their next. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. We see now just some of the many hits this quarterback has taken during a challenging day for him, Phil.
Jim, it's very understandable why he is not playing well today. Think about it. When you have less time to make a decision on where to throw the football, you are not going to have a great day.
Second down coming up. Ingram lines up in the backfield. Good coverage by Goldson that time.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
And he's going to be dropped for the sack, and they're going to be punting after a short series.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and that's, of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
Set up return. Here he goes. Gains 13. First down here. Doug Martin carries the football. Nice tackle.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
Martin lines up in the backfield. The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 35. Throwing now to his left. Safarian Jenkins tackled down at the 38.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
The Buccaneers take it from the 38. They go screen with Martin. The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense.
Good job by the defense, staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle, and now we have 4th down coming up.
Offense is Ingram lines up in the backfield. Will run it. Here's the handoff. The Saints continue to find ways to make it work today, but these stats show it's been a struggle. And Ingram struggled from the very start.
Jimmy has. It's just not been a good day running the football, but I'll say it again. I say it many times. You got to be patient. It's hard for guys like me or fans to understand that, so the offensive coordinator's got to stay with the game plan.
Secures it with 2 hands, and they bring him down at the 3-yard line.
When you play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Breeze in shotgun formation. Out to Stills.
Saints did a good job there on 1st down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now 2nd and short. Much easier to call those kind of plays.
Ingram lines up in the backfield. The Saints snap it at the 41. He'll go to the left. And he's tackled down after picking up the 1st.
Ingram's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the 1st down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
They send the tight end in motion. Another running play. The tackle. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Boy, there's nothing like a draw play. It just catches the defense by surprise, and running backs, they love it because they know they have a chance to get yards.
Drew Brees has it under center. Catch made. It's made, and the 1st down is picked up.
Well, that's just a good old physical run by the offense there, and it's good for a few yards and gets them another 1st down.
Graham's out wide on the 1st and 10. Pierre Thomas takes the handoff, and he is brought down at the 39.
Thomas has never built up the power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
And more lined up now as a slot receiver. Breeze from the shotgun. Breeze to Graham. They get to him just in time. 1 yard shy of the 1st down.
The same job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They down much easier.
Quarterback coming to hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this.
Always in where you are. That time a good job by the ball carrier. Ekes out a 1st down. Nice job.
New set of downs now after picking up the 1st on the ground. And Ingram's lined up in a single back position. Underneath, but can't find that time. Pass goes incomplete. 2nd down following that incompletion. Play after play after play here on this drive. Here is the 1st snap of the quarter. Reception, and at the 25, he'll be brought down.
Receivers can always sense when there's going to be a blitz by the defense. They know they have to be. That time he was, and he gets a completion down the field.
Saints will take the snap from the 25. He'll throw it over the middle. He's tackled beyond the markers. That's a first down. The offense picks up another first down and extends this drive.
They are, Jim. They're marching down the field, and I give all the credit to the offensive line. They are dominating the defense right now.
This long drive continues for a gain of about 5. Play number 13 coming up on this drive. Mounting a serious drive. Second down and 5. Thomas has got it on the handoff. The Saints get a first down. Nothing too exciting here. Just plow ahead, getting closer to that goal line.
Well, they're trying to find out if this defense has the courage and toughness up to them. So far, they haven't. This defense, they better pick it up if they think they're going to stop this offense.
And incomplete this time as Breeze can't connect.
Can the defense make a stop? They bent a lot here in this drive. They had the offense backed up. They let them march down the field. Now you're in the red zone. Make the right call and stop it.
Drive continues. Thomas tackled down after a gain of 2.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage, let them. If they do, of course, it'll be a touchdown.
This has been a long so far. 6 in the books.
Anytime, Jim, it's 3rd and goal. You've got to decide, what are we going to do? Well, this time the offense, nice design. They throw the football, and the quarterback puts it right on the money for the touchdown pass.
Saints ready here for the kickoff. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Buccaneers now will start their drive at the 23. Martin is in the backfield. First down and 10. And the ball falls incomplete. Failing to complete that one. So second down here. It's Glennon out of the pistol. Martin, room to work. What an effort by Martin.
Buccaneers, good job that time. Change, picking up that first down. And Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
The matchup at quarterback hasn't been pretty at times, Phil. They're both dealing with similar struggles. So it might come down to which one can figure it out first.
That offensive line protection has not been good today. And what happens, you just got to get used and still making those plays as a quarterback.
Handoff out of the eye.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
Mike Glennon takes a look down from under center. Defense comes out in the nickel. He'll take the snap about midway through the 4th. Jackson's got it. First down. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. Both secondaries have really stepped up today, Phil.
Yeah, they have. It's so hard to be a defensive back in the NFL to cover some of the fastest runners in the world to do that. And also we know they can't touch them either, so they're having an outstanding day.
First down at the 45. Got the completion. White's all over that offense and brings him down. That was a nice reception, but not enough for the first down. Second down coming up. Time is running out. The defense knows it's playing with the lead, but doing whatever it can to just try to run out the clock. Has his target. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
The Buccaneers just picked up a big first down that time, Jim. When you're down by a few points in the second half, every first down is crucial. Nice job that time by the offense.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Out of the gun. Owen White just about picked that one off.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Time is beginning to fade, but the quarterback knows his team still has a chance. He must produce something. How about that run? Touchdown. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Good job by the offense. They tie this game up. Now we'll see if the defense can take advantage of that momentum and keep it on their side.
Now ready to kick it off as we have a tie game here. Scores 14-14. Cooks has got a turn. And he's right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. They come to the scrimmage, first down. Game here in the late going, and the defense needs to make a stop. They cannot give up.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
Time factor in this game. Looking across the middle, no one in sight. Has the grab. We've hit the 2-minute warning in the second half. He's setting up here. He's 5 times today. Really been beat up. First down at the 42. Looking long to Colston. Goldson comes away with a close brush with an interception.
Every in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Meacham's in the second down and 10. Can't find the target. Pass underneath. Third down. Breeze has everybody split out wide for this snap. Out of the shotgun formation. Marcus Colston hauls it in. And the timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return in just a moment. The punter awaits the snap. The offense comes onto the field after the punt. They can steer this game towards overtime, or they can gamble a little bit and go for the win.
Jim, I would not gamble in a situation like this. You have all the control on the offensive side. Play it safe. Hope somebody breaks a play to get that offense going. Then you can gamble. Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just they can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
Martin lines up in the backfield. Going back up top. Jackson on the deep throw. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted, and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on the break?
And 10. And Evans is going to pull in the bullet pass. And he'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
The slant route. It's a route where the wide receiver plants his foot at 5 to 6 yards and catches the football 8 yards down the field as he's going across the middle.
Looking to go up top again on Incomplete, almost going in the other direction. Murray's battle-tested, warming up on the sideline. They'll need to get him to the 34 to give him a chance. We are tied, and this game has less than a minute to go. Second down and 10. Airtight coverage, incomplete.
Well, that pass is incomplete, Jim, but that's just a terrible job by the quarterback. When they're running the slant route, just throw it right at the stomach.
It's an empty backfield for Glennon this time. Third and 10. Oh, it almost picked off that time.
Well, the defense is happy to get off the field. They stopped the third down try by the offense, but they're upset because they had a chance for the turnover, and they dropped the interception.
The same 34-yard line to give their kicker a shot. The offense pinned back in an awful position. And Ingram's in the backfield. Single back set. First and 10. They'll run it here. The Saints are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. Meacham's a receiver in the slot. Fletcher's there to take it down.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The clock hits 0, and we are going to overtime. So here in overtime, the rules change. If you receive the ball first and get a touchdown, the game is over. However, if you take the ball down on your first drive and only manage a field goal, the other team will have a chance to tie or win the game. And if both teams get field goals on their opening drives, the next team to score from there will win the game. Ready to step up and send this one down to the end zone. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. First down on the way. The Buccaneers lined up in the pistol. Time period begins on this play. Tackled just 3 yards short of the first.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Offense lines up here. Just a quick drop back. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. Now looking at third down. The defense comes out on the dime. Third down and 3. Finds his mark. Ball's there to make the stop.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
Martin's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Back to the air here on first down. Looks but can't connect on the short throw. Second down after the incompletion. The Buccaneers come out in the pistol. Martin's going to take the handoff now. Gains about 3.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
Will send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Ball's thrown incomplete. Great coverage there by the defense.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
They face first down. Colston's lined up in the slot. It's the old counter play. That brings the play to an end. They went with the ground first down, bringing up second. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a sixth time in this game. They tackle him at the 26-yard line.
This quarterback is one of the best game managers in the league. He never forces the issue. That time, nobody down the field. He gets the short completion, and now he has a third and manageable situation to deal with.
Down and 2. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Foster's there to take him down.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might just a little longer, but these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Now first and 10. The defense gets the sack. We've got a player down, so we'll step aside and be back in just a moment. After that, it's now second down and 17. Lined up directly behind the quarterback here, and gains about 1. That last play was a run. Third down coming up. Cooks is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Setting up screen. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
He's going to challenge the punt coverage. Ball's there that time for the tackle. Buccaneers will begin 6 now. First and 10. Doug Martin. And it's Curtis Lofton who makes the play. And here we have second down. Offense lines up here. Here's the handoff to Doug. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Martins is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
The Buccaneers from the 37. They feed it to him one more time. Burns in on the tackle.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Martin is in the backfield. Second down and 5. And Bird came very close to a pick.
Everything right in the situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. The shot. He's got the catch. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
This team, one of the better teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. And now he'll surge ahead.
Well, anytime it's 4th and short, you always got to be alert for the quarterback sneak. This guy is very good at it. Quick snap count, catches the defense by surprise, and gets the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Pulls it in. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
That time the quarterback throws the drag route. It doesn't get a 1st down, but still it's a good decision by him. The throw was right on target, and it picked up solid yards.
The Buccaneers snap it at the 41. Almost intercepted that time.
Well, the defense has to be in that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
The Buccaneers snap it at the 41. Got the completion, and he's tackled down at the line.
Good job by the receiver, running into that defense, finding the open space, and making a nice catch.
They'll go shot here. Throws the pass. And at the 32-yard line. That timeout by the offense. Murray's lining up for the field goal. He's 4 for 4 on the year. 2nd down now. What a drive this has been. Here's the handoff. And he's taken down until he picks up a charge to the offense. Murray's lining up for the field goal. He's 4 for 4 on the year. He'll try this one from 39. And he converts here on the field goal. It was overtime with a field goal.
Yeah, what a tough spot for a field goal kicker to come in, win or lose the game on the fact that he has to make a kick like that. Came through in the clutch, and he got it done.
Memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.